It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We are at United Center in the Windy City. Tonight, the Chicago Bulls taking on the Indiana Pacers. Won by Indiana. Jay, no question, the Pacers were the surprise of the NBA last year. What are your expectations for them now?
Top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference, and it all starts with Victor Oladipo. Last year, he was the guy, but this year, he needs to become the man.
The Pacers with 4 to shoot. To Oladipo. Going to launch beyond the arc. Victor Oladipo is going to get a chance at 3 here. For his career, 80% at the line. And hits the first free throw. And he misses the second. Can't take advantage. 1 for 3 at the line. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Oladipo into the front court. They trail by 1. Nice pass to set things up.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, the Pacers come away with the steal.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
Carter to Markkanen. Tough make through traffic.
Welcome to the league, young fella. But just because you got a bucket doesn't mean that you don't have to do your rookie chores after the game.
Oladipo into the front court. Down by 1. Darren Collison, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
I love when I see smaller players finish in the paint amongst the trees. But if you're a big on the other side, you can't let that happen so easy.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
Ooh, I'm not sure if he's part of the Jelly fam or not, but this young player knows how to adjust mid-flight, and he finished that shot with some crazy English.
Oladipo. Not that time.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
To Wendell Carter. And he finishes at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Pacers control. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
First try, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. To Markkanen. To the rim, lays it up and in.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Collison to Turner. Oh, Carter with the rejection.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
He's looking for that touch. Oladipo into the front court. 10-6 our score. Shot won't go. Oladipo. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Here's the truth. As long as you're using your legs and your body to stay in front of the offensive player, you won't get called for those. You keep reaching, though, it's going to be a long night.
Domantas Sabonis. He's got 2 shots coming, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Oh, he missed them both.
Ed, I'm going to gloat about my old team here for a second. Did you know the Bulls are the only NBA franchise to win multiple championships and never lose an NBA Finals series in their history? Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Collison, it's good, with no defender in sight.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Count the basket inside.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Oladipo into the front court. Down 3. To Collison.
Here comes screen, here comes screen, here comes screen.
Oladipo. His first effort off the mark. Fires the 3, shakes free, and hits.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Yes, Victor Oladipo. Missed his first. That one goes.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Porter. No good. Indiana with the basketball. Turner to Collison. Takes stock of the floor. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Markkanen. Lets it fly from long range. This young man with a great stroke, even when it's well defended.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Oladipo to Collison. Not going to have it this time. And that one is out. Time to shuffle things up.
Number 14.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. To Oladipo. Oh, bad pass, and the Bulls have it. Porter. Beyond the arc for 3. Great defense, forcing the miss. And too much contact.
His timing was a tad bit off.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. To Oladipo. Here's a chance from long range. And Victor Oladipo can't fault the defender there. Hits the contested 3.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
And he knocks it down, Jay.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Oladipo. Can't connect. Got a piece of it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Oh, big finish at the rim. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Porter. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball, let him prove that it wasn't the D, it was more in his own head.
Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Carter. For 3. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough two rather than an easy three.
Yes, Victor Oladipo. 3 for 6 now.
The NBA's most improved player was a guy that always invested in himself, both on and off the court, but he always put in the work to be better. Was a sponge for information, an insatiable appetite to be the best. But the difference is, he's believing in himself. Whether that's singing at the NBA award show or performing at the highest level on the court, it's safe to say that Victor Oladipo has officially arrived.
Victor Oladipo. Short jumper off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Jumper's good.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Oladipo, and knocks it down. Jay, the defender, tough to gamble that time beyond the arc.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are squared to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
That's actually not a bad move at all. You're applying more pressure on him by sending him to the line.
And he connects on the first free throw. Two for 2 on that trip. Jay, sum it up. Why was Victor Oladipo the most improved last year?
Because he was no longer Robin. Victor Oladipo has become Batman, and he attacks the game the same way Russell Westbrook does. That short stint at OKC taught Victor Oladipo how to compete 24/7.
Oladipo to Evans. Nothing going here on that drive. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Chicago with the possession to Chris Dunn. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim. Short. To Evans. Lauri Markkanen sends it away.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Count the bucket for 2.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Oladipo into the front court. 5-point game. Here comes the screen. Evans driving to the basket, but a shot won't go. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Oladipo into the front court. They trail by 7. Oh, they called the foul.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
That's his second personal foul.
Misses the first. No good. Missed them both. I don't know what the defender was doing there, but count the points.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Driving right to the basket. To Matthews.
Right.
Robin Lopez. Tips it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's a...
Let's go, fellas. It's go time.
Substitutions, Indiana. Substitutions.
4-3. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Knocked loose. Bulls come away with it. First quarter's complete with the Bulls in front. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we...
Let's go, fellas. It's go time.
Substitutions. Chicago. Stepping in.
From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a three is like shooting a layup.
Into the front court comes Collison. Under a minute to go before halftime. Tyreke Evans, guarded by Timothé Luwawu-Cabarrot. Timothé Luwawu-Cabarrot pins it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Collison into the front court, trailing by 14.
Screen coming, screen coming. Watch out, watch out. Here comes screen, here comes screen.
Missed a wide open look. Has a look. Can't connect that time against the double.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Number 23, Wesley Matthews.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Not easy.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
Deep three at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Bulls with it. Deep left corner.
Double, 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 double.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
And it's so deflating for the defense when you pick up right exactly where you left off at halftime. That's the kind of energy you need.
To Turner. Defense making the ball handler work. To Wendell Carter. Fires the three. Wendell Carter can't get that one to go. The defense all over him.
This always happens. You knock down a lot of shots in the first half, and in the second half, you start to lose your rhythm. You need to have the legs. Shoot at the pinnacle of that jumper.
Oladipo to Collison. Knocked loose. Collison can't connect.
That's me. I got ball. Double, double, come on. Help, 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 help.
Lets it fly from long range. Drills the three.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Oh, Miles Turner. He's 3 for 7.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility.
And a putback slam.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungrier.
It's Indiana basketball. Oladipo to Turner. Probing the defense to Collison. Not that time.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Into the front court comes Collison. Down a bundle. To Oladipo. Baseline drive. Yes, Victor Oladipo. With that, he's 5 for 9.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
And Otto Porter, so smooth. Catch and shoot, buries the three.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Screen coming.
Screen.
Oladipo. 5 to shoot for Indiana. Victor Oladipo, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Porter. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
To Collison. Has a chance. Collison's shot won't fall. Bulls with the rock. To Wendell Carter. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. To Turner. To Oladipo. The jumper's off the mark. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Collison into the front court. His guys down big. Cruises inside for 2.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way.
To Wendell Carter. Nice pass to get things going.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Shot from the lane won't go. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Got a piece.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players.
Slams it home on the putback.
And I got a chance to hear a lot of the conversation at the bench. And one of the things they called out was owning the backboards. Looks like the message is really getting through.
Oladipo. Beyond the arc for 3. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. To Markkanen. Here's a chance from long range. Knocks it down.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Bojan Bogdanovic against Porter. Lauri Markkanen rejects it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Porter. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Now the Pacers going to use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this 3rd quarter. Time for some new personnel into the game.
Defense, let's go.
To Turner. Add 2 points to the board.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Here we go.
To Wendell Carter. Easy path to the rim.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Oladipo. Knocked loose. Bulls have it. Markkanen. For three, it's good. And the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
It never would have been a foul if you didn't give him space. Your job defensively is to stay attached to him at all times. Force him to put the ball on the ground and drive and make a shot over the trees below.
It's the free throw. Pacers with the possession.
My ball.
Oladipo over to the right side. And the basket good at the rim.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Fires the three. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. Second and three, off the mark.
Tyreek Evans.
Cell check. I got ball. I got ball. I got ball.
To Matthews. Deep right corner. Robin Lopez. Huge block. It's Chicago ball. To Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine looking good. 4 for 5.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
To LaVine. Carter. And throws it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
4-3. Buries it.
When a rookie starts to believe that he not only can play, but more importantly, he belongs, nights like this become more and more common.
And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Number 22, Otto Porter.
To Matthews. From long range. Well contested. Wesley Matthews can't hit it.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing. That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance.
Indiana Pacers.
First free throw is good. And he hits the second.
Number 11, Domantas Sabonis.
And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Pacers control.
I got ball. I got ball.
Probing the defense. Trying to cash in. Sabonis can't connect.
I got ball. I got ball.
To Lopez. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Now a whistle, and Indiana is going to use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Pacers, Jay, were good last year. Then they got better in free agency.
They lose Lance Stevenson to L.A., but then they get a ton of under-the-radar type of players. Kyle O'Quinn, who provides toughness. Doug McDermott, 6'10" shooter from the outside, pick-and-pop type of player. Imagine that with Victor Oladipo. You get a guy like Tyreke Evans, who's an explosive scorer. And then Aaron Holiday. He might be the key. The third Holiday brother could be the backup PG of the future.
Oladipo into the front court. Looking to make something happen to Evans. Oladipo. That no good, off the mark. Going to launch, beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
He showed that he had great chemistry with his teammates on that shot. Keep getting him good looks, and the one will just keep scoring.
Indiana with the basketball. To Oladipo. Sizing up the defense. And scores.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
You gotta get up on that.
I got him. Let's go.
Fires the three.
Number 6 to the line, shooting 3.
First one, count it. Second one's no good. One more coming. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
Most definitely contact on that forearm during the follow-through. You have to give the offensive player a lot of credit. The concentration you need to make a shot after getting fouled, that's big time.
Unable to connect on the free throw. It's Indiana basketball to Evans. Lets it fly from long range, and the rebound corralled by Lopez.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Lopez.
I'm hillside.
To Wendell Carter. Wendell Carter powers it through.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Knocks down the three-pointer.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
That ends the third quarter. It has been all Bulls. So the Pacers with the basketball to start the fourth quarter.
Substitutions, Chicago. Substitutions, Indiana.
A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. Beyond the arc for three. Textbook defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
The assist from number 4, Victor Oladipo.
To Wendell Carter. Off the assist.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Here's a chance from long range. That won't go.
Next.
Into the front court comes Collison. Down a bundle. Oladipo to Collison. Lauri Markkanen sends it away. From the painted area, won't go down. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
To Porter.
Trap. Keep him hit.
Has a look.
Come on, show me something better
Oladipo
than that,
grabs
baby.
the
Game
board.
time.
To Collison for three. Rebound taken in by Chicago. To Wendell Carter. Got it.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Pacers with the possession. Surveys the floor. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Victor Oladipo trying to cash in on a three-point play. He struggled so far. Oh, he can't connect. Fires the three. He was all over him. Oladipo into the front court. His guys down big. Short jumper stays out.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chipping.
Tough make through traffic.
There's something to be said about a guy that can make the game easier for everybody else on the court. We call that dropping dimes, very similar to the way I'm dropping nuggets on this broadcast.
Here comes the screen. Oladipo. Down to 5 on the 24. Has a chance. Knocks down a tough shot. Now a smothering defense.
From somebody who loved to score a lot himself. Defensively, if you are guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go one direction, make him go towards his weak hand, and then contest that shot.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
It's good, and one.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw's good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Oladipo into the front court. He'll run the offense. Rocking the rim.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Hey, lock up.
Give it to him.
Oladipo. Knocks it down off the step back.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Oladipo. Bojan Bogdanovic up against Porter. Trying to cash in. 4-3. He engulfed him that time. Pacers control. There's a pass stolen by Chicago.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
The Bulls take this one as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Bulls got the win with a comfortable score. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.